Hi guys, Artiar here. So for today's video is about R6 Jin Qiu, and special thanks to ZphyrZilver, if I pronounce correctly. ZphyrZilver, he provided me his account to showcase R6 Jin Qiu. Okay, so let's take a look at R6 Jin Qiu. He has maxed out all his skill and resonance as well. So I'll go through one more time for the resonance as well. So R6 Jin Qiu is he straight away get intimidate buff at the start of the combat, but his S2 will no longer receive extra intimidate. Cause originally he only can get intimidate buff from S2 from casting S2, but you doesn't need to cast S2 to get intimidate now, and uh, this buff will forever follow Jin Qiu, which means he will never get stunned or sleep forever. He will always recover HP from damage, and he will always get shield at the end of her turn, which is the shield strength amount of 30% of his HP. And he will never get stunned and sleep forever because this buff will stay with him forever. And let's take a look at S2. So his S2 now, this intimidate at the start of the combat, right? So you will straight away get it, and you will no longer get more intimidate from the S2 itself. So S2 only provides punish evil now. Okay, then let's take a look. So I will put him himself first. So at the start of the combat, he will straight away get the intimidate buff. Then I get a shield. Then I cast S3, I recover HP. Then the buff is still here. Cause you can see there isn't any number beside the buff. So he'll forever get this. He'll forever receive the HP absorb and shield amount. So technically, if they cannot one-shot you or they cannot kill you before you take your turn again, you kind of can't die. Because you recover HP back, you'll get another 30% shield amount. And you won't get stunned, you won't get sleep, which means you can keep moving, keep attacking, and keep maintaining your health very healthy. But you can get freeze because he only immune to stun and sleep, which doesn't count as frost. It doesn't count as the Jin He's baseball girl stun, I think. Not sure, have to test. But you can see I can actually 1v5 them as long as they don't kill me. Okay, so this is a level 60 mob, right? So we can try level 80. Okay, they didn't manage. Oh, never mind. They managed to kill me because they take 2 turns. They take 2 turns, that's why they managed to kill me. Yeah. But this is just some random set and it's not even enhanced. Okay, but you get the point, right? Cause technically if you can't finish him and you let him take a turn, he can recover back his HP instantly and with a shield amount there. Oh, Ton. Yep. You see, even I didn't take my own turn, I just randomly normal attack one time. I still survive. Did he? Oh, they kill me. Yeah. So you have to kill Jin Qiu before Jin Qiu takes his turn, or else he can't die. All right, so then the next question comes to, because you R6 Jin Qiu, you're gonna have the R2 effect as well, which you're gonna give the one who buff Jin Qiu, they will get 1 intimidate, and this intimidate do they also get the immune to stun and sleep effect? The answer is yes. For example, I put Brewster here. Brewster is on Adamantine set. Adamantine, they changed the name, right? Aegis set. Aegis set will give everyone two turns of shield amount, which is a buff. And let's take a look in the battle. So, Brewster start with the turn with the Adamantine shield buff, and Brewster will gain the Intimidate buff at the start of the combat, which means Brewster is now immune to stun and sleep for 1 round because Brewster gave the Adamantine buff to the team, and now Brewster damage will deal recover HP, and if this is not a bug, he'll also get a shield. But of course, I'm not asking you to build Brewster with adamantine. I'm just putting Brewster just for the furries. Okay, then we can also, but there's a few bug here or something that doesn't work. I'll show you as well because I did some testing. Okay, so if you wanted to build a whole team with adamantine, so technically your whole team will immune to stun and sleep, right? But it doesn't work like this. So if we look at the combat here, Ira doesn't get the intimidate buff. The reason why is, even though the shield is able to stack from Aegis, but it already the tiger itself already have Aegis, and when Ira's the shield buff triggers on Jin Qiu, it only strengthens the shield amount, but it doesn't count as giving the buff to team. But so just like you can see, Brewster have the buff, right? But if we switch the position, the one who getting the buff now is Ira, not Brewster, because Ira triggered the buff. Then Brewster's adamantine only strengthen the shield strength, which doesn't count as a buff anymore. Okay, so this is something you should keep notice. And then Golden Realm buff doesn't count. For example, Ahmed. I also reported this reaction to the Dislyte support. I'm waiting for their response. If after they respond, I'll make another video or I'll post at the community post there. Okay, so for Ahmed, if I cast S3, Ahmed will passive will give everyone a supporting song buff, which give base attack and even speed if you're R2 above, right? So let's take a look. So now I cast S3. So he get the Golden Realm buff, but you can notice that Ahmed doesn't have the Intimidate buff. So for now, Golden Realm buff doesn't count as giving a buff to Jin Qiu. I have no idea if this is a bug or this is what it should be intended, working as intended, but we'll see. So same goes to Champagne. Champagne's will start the soldier buff at the start, right? But Champagne doesn't get the Intimidate buff. Also, S2 from Champagne gives the cannon buff, which is a Golden Realm buff as well. But the cannon buff goes to Jin Qiu, doesn't trigger the Intimidate buff. This Punish Evil buff is the trigger from the debuff to enemy, not from the cannon. So Golden Realm buff doesn't work at the moment. We'll see how the response is. But Silver Realm buff counts. For example, who gives Silver Realm buff? Koharu. So Koharu have a Silver Realm buff is Kagura Dance, which give damage deal increase and healing receive increase, and give to all allies. So we can also take a look. I will reduce the level. So I cast this. So the Silver Realm buff on Jin Qiu triggers the Intimidate buff to Koharu. And the Punish Evil is from the debuff, the attack down debuff to enemy. So Silver Realm buff trigger. Then the most interesting pairing with Jin Qiu, if we are talking about Intimidate buff, I would say is this one. This is not R6, but I'm just trying to prove that the Silver Realm buff works, right. And I think these two pairing works very well. Valeria need to be R2, Tiger need to be R2. In case you have no idea what is Valeria's buff, so Valeria R2 will give everyone a power reserve at the end of a turn. Power reserve is damage taken reduced 50%, disappear when attacked. So why I think is so interesting is, let them take the damage first. Okay, so I just normal attack. Then Jin Qiu will get the power reserve, so he'll reduce the damage taken. And then if you are the R6 Jin Qiu, right? Because just how I was showing R6 Jin Qiu, you also have the intimidate buff, which means you cannot get stunned, you cannot get sleep, your damage taken is reduced, you have absorb, you have shield at the end of the turn. So it's a lot more tankier. And Valeria here will have basic ability damage increase, damage taken reduce, healing the absorb from intimidate. If it's not a bug, then she will also get shield and also immune to stun and sleep. So Valeria R2 pairing with Tiger R2 will be a very nice combo because of their pairing. Same goes to so this is a silver buff, right? Cause we have no idea about gold buff yet. So Valeria is considered as a furry as well, so you can technically build a furry team. For example, maybe you want to put Taver, then you want to put Lion here, and you put others. What? Alulin? No idea, right? Okay, so then he didn't provide the buff to everyone, right? Yeah. But personally, Valeria and Jin Qiu would be a very interesting pairing as well, because of the kid like singing together. Right, so that's all for the video today. So this just showcasing how Jin Qiu's R6 work, and if you guys want to see the R2 effect and the other combos such as the Tiger and JV combo, there's another video I already posted, which is the Daddy's combo. I'll put a link down at the video description below, and that's all for the video today, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.